Hi, I'm Ryan Fleming and I'm at Turtle Beach, joined by Bob Picunko. We're here to talk about a lot of things. You guys have made a lot of headlines recently, including a big partnership with Xbox. So can we start with how did that come about?
So overall, the goal of Turtle Beach is to deliver the audio experience that the way the developer intended. And we've seen that when video game players are experiencing these games, they're not listening, they're not hearing the audio in an optimal way. So it's our goal to deliver audio the way the developer intended the player to hear it. So one of the best ways to do that is to work with first parties like Microsoft in order to get, not only work on the outside of the console, but to work on from the inside of the console to make sure that audio experience really contributes to their enjoyment of the game. And then beyond that, to be a strategic advantage for people who are playing multiplayer games or other modes of the game.
So what advantages does the nextgen bring in terms of audio?
We can't talk a lot about nextgen at this point. We really just announced that we've created this partnership and that we're working together.
Then how do you approach working with nextgen differently?
Well, we've been working with Microsoft the last 6 months to understand how audio is processed, what's going to be new and enhanced with these new systems, and we have our engineering team and our product development team working with their teams to work on some new ideas and ways that we can evolve the audio experience for next generation gamers.
So when you say the Xbox was the one that made the headlines, but are you also looking at Sony as well, I assume?
Well, we're already licensed by Nintendo for Wii U and
Right.
3DS. And we've certainly been in conversation. We're not prepared to announce anything yet, but we're excited about the PlayStation 4 and working with the talented developers who develop for that platform.
Sure, and Turtle Beach over the last few years especially has just skyrocketed. What do you attribute the success to?
Well, certainly quality product, understanding the gaming audience. In many cases, the growth of multiplayer gaming has also helped.
Right.
One of the nice things about multiplayer gaming is if you're playing with a team of people, once one person in the group buys a Turtle Beach headset, typically we've seen that the rest of the group will also upgrade to a Turtle Beach headset as well. So it's nice that we have that viral component outside within the gaming community.
And speaking of, you're still working with esports pretty heavily.
Yes.
How's that partnership working for you?
Oh, it's been great. Here at E3, we have a kind of a mini tournament going on at our booth, which has been running for the last 3 days. In the next few weeks, there's a tournament in Anaheim that we're supporting. So it's been a great partnership, and we've definitely enjoyed working with MLG and the tournament community.
You've also worked with Activision over the last few years, specifically with the Call of Duty and Call of Duty branded headsets. So what was the working relationship like with them when they're developing the sound for Call of Duty?
Well, we're on our third round. We've just announced that we've signed a 2-year deal.
Right.
And the great part about that is not only do we get to work on Ghost, but we also get to start developing early the next version of headsets, and again work closely with them in terms of how we can, going back to what I started with, is make sure that the consumer who buys that headset is experiencing the game the way Infinity Ward or Treyarch intended them to experience it.
So you guys are in a position now where you're doing a lot of R&D. You're actually leading the field in a lot of different ways. How far ahead are you looking in terms of audio technology?
Well, it's hard to describe it by a time frame,
Sure.
right? Because we have lots of development internally in terms of things that, when you're looking at technology, there's things that you can implement, immediately, and there's things that, may be dead ends. So we're looking at, all ranges of technology. We're looking at some, ways to improve the audio, improve comfort, improve the wireless technology, and again, both in co-development with first parties and with developers, but also on our own.
Are there any big crazy jumps in audio technology you see in the future coming, or is it going to be gradual increases?
I think you'll see both, but at this point we're not prepared to share a lot of detail about it. But there's some exciting things on the horizon that I think when we're able to talk about it, you'll be very happy. Gamers will be very happy with.
So what's next for Turtle Beach?
Well, we have a great, we're certainly focused at this point on Q4. The next big thing is obviously launching our licensed next-gen consoles, Call of Duty, the Marvel line of product, continue our work in the tournament gaming and esports. So we certainly have our plate full of lots of exciting opportunities that we're working on.
All right. Well, thank you for joining me, and good luck in the future.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.